What's good, guys? Akeal Senpai here. We are back with another video. It is kind of late right now, to be honest, but I really wanted to make this video right now. You know, I'm really motivated and love what I do, so why not make a video right now? Plus I got everything settled and, you know, I have a bunch of time on my hands. So anyways, guys, in this video you guys see the title, you guys know what's up. How can you guys tell if you're a light worker? Now, I know a lot of other people may make videos like this, you know, it's very esoteric, something a lot of other people may not be talking about as well. You know, although there is a good amount of people that are into these, into the law of attraction and esoteric stuff, you know, there's still a huge amount of people that still aren't talking about it. I don't feel like it's being talked about enough. And this is how you guys can tell if you guys are a light worker. Getting into number one, guys, the first way you guys are able to tell that you are a light worker is obviously if you guys feel as if you were destined to help people in your respective fields. Now this can vary depending on whatever field you have, whether you decide to help people through business, whether you guys decide to help people through any kind of arts, you know, whether it be YouTube, anything essentially. I mean, it could even just be custodial work per se, you know, it could be any kind of trade. You know, and you just feel as if this is just right for you. You feel as if that this is your purpose and that you're doing this in some type of form or fashion in your day-to-day life. Whether it be you giving people advice on things, whether you're helping people out with small tasks, and this just really feels great to you, and it feels as if something is missing in your day if you guys don't do this or you guys don't give back in some type of way. And you know, this is one of the reasons why I like doing YouTube. I feel as if I'm giving back in multiple ways. You know, besides just doing this, I do a lot of other things in my day-to-day life. But doing YouTube is definitely something I really feel is a huge benefit in that kind of factor. Now, getting into number two, guys. The second way you guys are able to tell if you guys are a light worker is essentially if you guys feel as if you have a great, immense feeling of intuition. And when you have a great sense of intuition, essentially, this goes by your gut feelings, and this isn't going by the rational part of your brain, I would say. Although, you know, a lot of people may, you know, kind of associate the left and right hemispheres with rational and creative thinking. Creative thinking is usually associated with intuitive thinking as well, but your intuition for a lot of people as well is also heavily correlated with your gut, because, you know, especially if you guys are in the chakras, this is associated with the solar plexus. Without even talking about that, your gut is essentially a second brain. Your gut has its own neurotransmitters, and believe it or not, you know, especially for people that are into, you know, trying to help, you know, mental health and everything like this, your gut actually carries 90%, about 90% of the serotonin in the body, and this is a huge contributor to the way how you guys feel in your day-to-day life or the emotions that you guys may have. Low sense of serotonin or a high, I guess, tolerance, not even that. If you guys have a low amount of serotonin, you guys are more prone to feel more depression. This is why a lot of times what you eat is what you are, because let's say if you guys have a very bad diet, you generally may feel really bad after eating it, because this is killing a lot of the good bacteria in your gut microbiome, thus causing you to have less serotonin, which I've talked about in a previous video before, but I'm talking about it in this video too because it's very important. But yes, guys, and your heart is considered as well, your heart, guys, is also considered like another brain as well, because it has its own neurotransmitters as well, and your heart is also considered a really big electromagnetic transmitter in your body as well. For a lot of people that may not know, especially for the people that are into law of attraction, know this, and actually a lot of people that are into science as well, your body actually has its own electromagnetic field. Thus, you know, especially if you guys are into law of attraction or manifestation, has a huge effect on what you guys bring into your reality. Essentially, if you guys have a really pure or positive, let's say, electromagnetic field that is aligned with a specific thing that you're trying to manifest, this thing will come into reality, and etc. Or you guys will experience more of this specific thing that you're trying to manifest, essentially. But again, this is just a whole another type of video. But getting into just intuition alone. Intuition, you are able to get a good feel of a person or the vibe of a room or anything like this, or any kind of situation. This is very, very helpful in any kind of field, and just gets past the whole rational mindset. With the rational mindset, sometimes a lot of people tend to overthink things. A lot of people tend to overanalyze things, and this really in some ways can be beneficial, but in a lot of ways as well it can also be a detriment. You know, especially for people that are into, let's say, any kind of arts, or even especially martial arts as well. When you overanalyze, a lot of times this can kind of be your downfall, honestly, because you tend to not trust yourself in a way, I would say. And you tend to make more mistakes because you're so focused on overanalyzing and you're so stuck in your mind. But when you have a high sense of intuition as well, you just have the idea or the knowing that whatever that you believe. So essentially, let's say, when you have a high sense of intuition, you're also able to understand if a certain situation is right or wrong right away without even rationalizing it. But anyways, guys, having high intuition is very, very important, especially if you guys are into the art of manifestation and overall just spirituality as a whole, because your higher self speaks through your intuition, because this is where your true self relies for a lot of people that believe in this. And, you know, getting into number 3, guys. Number 3, the third way you guys can tell. The third way you guys can tell if you're a light worker is if you guys almost feel like you're different than a lot of people growing up or anything like this, whether it be family, whether it be in school, or any other type of situation, whether it be at your work or anything like this. You just feel as if you don't think like a lot of other people. You have kind of what some people would call a rebellious mindset. You guys don't go through, you guys don't believe in set paradigms that are in what is currently today's society or anything like this. This is a huge sign that you guys are a light worker, because you guys once again were incarnated here for a higher purpose. You guys were here to help heal people, or with the intention of bringing a lot of people out of these paradigms that may not be serving a lot of people. So that is the third way you guys are able to tell if you guys are a light worker. Number 4 kind of piggybacks off that a little bit, and just the idea that a lot of people may see you as being very, very adventurous. They see you kind of as almost an extrovert in some type of way. You always go outside of your comfort zone. You always go out of the way to, not even almost like you go out of the way to be different, but that's just like your natural like way how you act. Once again, you don't go towards the set paradigms that a lot of people in society set, the set limited beliefs that a lot of people set. You have a very, very broad mindset when it comes to a lot of things. You want to experience, you want to learn a lot of new things that a lot of other people maybe in your family wouldn't learn. You want to focus on specific things. You want to travel to different places, stay in different places, maybe learn new languages, or etc. This is the 4th way of telling that you guys are a light worker, because when you guys are able to do all these different things, believe it or not, guys, in some type of way you guys are inspiring a lot of other people as well that may feel as if they are too afraid to do this, or that they can't do this, when in reality that they can. They're only setting the limitation that they can't do this, thus creating the reality for them where they can't do it. And number 5, guys, the final way you guys are able to tell if you guys are a light worker. The 5th way you guys are able to tell is if you guys go through some type of spiritual awakening. Now, when it comes to having a spiritual awakening, a lot of people lose the fear of death. A lot of people lose the fear of, once again, not following the crowd, not doing a lot of things that a lot of other people would say, you know, is the set goal you should have at a certain point in your life. You know, a lot of people may have the idea that you're supposed to be married at 30 or have a kid, etc. You kind of lose, you get outside of the rat race essentially. You're outside of the rat race. You're able to just observe it and see it for what it is, and that is just a limited system, a limited belief system. And you think outside of this as well, and you just see yourself as the infinite divine spiritual being that you are. You're watching these videos like this one, for example, on how you can tell if you're a light worker. You're watching videos on how you can manifest things, just a whole bunch of stuff essentially. And that is the 5th way you guys can tell if you guys are a light worker. Now, this wasn't meant to be a very long video at all whatsoever, but sorry if it did drag out a little bit more than I really intended on doing it, but my intention was to overall help educate you guys. And in conclusion, guys, for a lot of people that may not know and just skipped all the way to the end or watched this full video anyways, we are all essentially light workers. We're all destined to be here for a greater cause, whether it be to help people or etc. and with our respective fields. And these are ways you guys can just reaffirm this essentially. Now, I really do appreciate you guys once again for all of the love and support you guys have been showing on all my videos. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.